1 Thessalonians.
You yourselves know, sisters and brothers, that our coming among you was not without effect.
We had, as you know, been given rough treatment at Philippi, and it was our God who gave us the courage to proclaim the good news to you in the face of stiff opposition. We don't preach because of impure motives or deceit or any sort of trickery.
Rather, it was God who decided that we are fit to be entrusted with the good news. And when we are speaking, we're trying to please not morals, but God, who can read our inmost thoughts.
You know very well that never at any time has our speech been simple flattery or a cover for trying to get money, nor have we ever looked for any special honor from you or from anyone else, even though we could have imposed ourselves on you as apostles of Christ. On the contrary, while we were with you, we were as gentle as any nursing mother care for her little ones. So well disposed were we toward you.
In fact, that we are willing to share with you not only the good news, but our very lives as well. You had become that dear to us.
You have become that dear to us. I'm sure it's easy for most of us to imagine, to remember, or even think about our lives at this very moment of those who are very dear to us. We probably could do a litany and lift those names on high. Yet the image of God and the apostles' writing are as if it is a mother tending her beloved child, the babe that is so dear and so tender, and yet all our responsibility, and we nurture and to bring life and to see a dear one share life with us. One of the hardest things in life is saying goodbye, whether it's saying goodbye from a crowd of friends or saying goodbye at the time of death. But in the midst of all this, we should remember that our God is loving, that our God cares about our very living. And sometimes when tragedy happens in the world, we construe it and we say, or others say, that was God's will. But I remember a poignant time when I was at Duke. A student had unfortunately fallen from a bus, and the bus ran over her, and she died in front of her residence hall with other first-year students there. And when we gathered in Duke University Chapel, her father came and stood in the high pulpit and said, I promise you, this was not God's will. For me, that spoke volumes. It changed me. It reminded me that if we have a God that wills for someone to die in tragic ways, why do we even worship this type of God? For me, if we are the beloved, if we are those dear ones, we will be held by God. We are that embodiment of God, that we will hold one another. So, my dear ones, in the midst of life, let's celebrate it for each moment we have. And in the midst of death, let us remember those times that we had and cherished it. The pain may not pass, it may ease, but in God's eyes, and even in our own, we are the dear ones, and we care for our dear ones.